When you think about anime that is fully CGI, you'll probably immediately think it's bad. To be fair, some of them are, but not this one. This anime had me so locked into the story that at times I forgot that it was CGI. If you don't know, the name of this anime is The Duke of Death and His Maid. If you're not familiar with this anime, great, I can give you an overview of it. But before that, hit the subscribe button for me. That way if you like my content, you can catch the next video that drops. Now, the story is led by the main character named Victor. Victor is a young noble who lives with only two people, being Rod the butler and his maid Alice, that he's actually in love with. Now, if you're wondering why he lives here with only two people, let me explain. When Victor was a little kid, he happened to get cursed. The curse that was placed on him was that anything that he touched or touched him will instantly fall dead. Now, at the time, his father has already passed, so his mother made the decision to separate him from the rest of the family and to put him in his own mansion. Now, when he was forced to live alone in the beginning, it was just him and Rod the butler. These two had their own problems at first. Funny enough though, it wasn't that Rod was scared of Victor's death touch. Rod just didn't know how to approach Victor. Especially since at the time Victor was forced out by his own mother, he clearly wasn't in the best headspace. This made it hard for the two of them to get any common ground at the time. It wasn't until Alice showed up that Victor was able to come out of his shell, eventually falling in love with Alice, making them feeling mutual, because Alice was also in love with Victor. If you watch the show, it's obvious too with the way she acts because she doesn't try to hide it. Still, they technically can't be together because of the curse. I mean, you need to be able to touch your partner. Which brings us to the main point of the show, trying to get rid of the curse. This led to them meeting other characters like the ghost Zane and Cuff. Funny enough, even though the curse was troubling, there was some good that came from it, like making friends and reconnecting with family. Victor wasn't the closest with his siblings when they was first introduced, but by the end of the show, they was able to grow closer, even being able to reconnect with his mother at the end of it. This wouldn't have happened if the curse never occurred. Speaking of which, let's talk about the person who enforced the curse, being the witch named Sade, a powerful witch who was also the leader of all the witches and wizards. If you're wondering just how powerful Sade is, well, if you came with anything less than an army of witches and wizards to confront her, you're most likely gonna lose. Now, if you're wondering why a powerful witch cursed Victor, I'll tell you. But be warned, it's a spoiler, so this is a chance to skip it. Now, the reason Sade cursed Victor had something to do with someone else, that being Grandpa Victor, the main character's grandfather. You see, Sade was actually in love with Victor, but it was unrequited love, meaning Sade loved him. But to him, Sade was just a friend, which makes sense because Grandpa Victor was deeply in love with his wife. This made Sade become filled with jealousy. This led her to cursing the Duke Victor because he heavily resembles the grandfather. Might seem like a petty reason, but it was her reason. Now, I highly recommend you give this anime a try, one being that it's actually a good CGI anime, but another reason being that this anime actually covers the entirety of the manga, with the sole exception of a few bonus chapters. So if you were to start it now, you wouldn't have to wonder what comes next. Another plus is that it isn't that long, being only 36 episodes, but that's my opinion. And I'm curious to know if anybody has seen this one, and if you have, comment about it. I'd like to know your thoughts. Side note, if I was a part of an army that had to fight Sade, I'm switching sides immediately and joining her. And no, it's not because she's powerful. That's all I had to say though, so subscribe and like the video, but besides that, that's basically it.